Hello. We were looking at the sounds of English. We finished the vowel sounds, which are the pure vowels, which are 12 in number. We saw their different qualities. We saw examples. And those who have not seen that video, please go back and watch the video on the vowels of English, pure vowels, that is. And this is a continuation. English has 20 vowels, as we discussed before. And today I am here with the 8 diphthong sounds of English. So we should remember that this is part of what is called phonetics. Phonetics is essentially the study of sounds. In English, because we have 44 sounds and only 26 letters, we have to pay particular attention to phonetics. Also, because English has many sounds that are not there in Malayalam or our Indian languages, particularly diphthongs is a kind of a sound that not very familiar in Indian languages. So let us see how the diphthongs of English work. Diphthongs are vowel combinations. That is a very simple way of explaining it. They are not actually combinations in the sense that there are two parts which are equally important. That is not how it works. Diphthongs are sounds involving a glide from one vowel to another, from one vowel to another, from one vowel sound to another vowel sound. That is what we should remember. It is not two vowels put together exactly. It is you begin at one and then move towards the second part. That is the meaning of these combinations. You begin at a, here a, and move towards u. So it is a, not au or ow, but ow. And the word here is cow. It's not cow. In Indian languages, we have sounds like ow, I, etc. In English, such abrupt sounds are not there. So it is not cow, it is cow, cow. And we'll start from the beginning. Ear, a, u, oi, o, e, I. So this is not easy, and I, being a non-native speaker, may not be very exact in articulating these sounds. But for our practical purposes, my pronunciation will be enough. So we said that diphthong has two parts, two vowel sound components are there. First shows where we begin, and the second shows the direction in which we move. Ear, a, u. And example is here, wait, tourist, boy, show, hair, my, cow. So let's look at them in detail. I am taking in bunches of 3. Here you have ear, u, and air. And I have examples. Maybe you can, I'll take a break after each sound. Maybe you can pronounce after me. Ear. Examples. Tear. Clear. Beer. Queer. Fierce. Okay, you notice that here it is tear. It means the drops that come from your eye. Tear. The pronunciation is tear. And here again, BWR is beer. It is not beer, it's beer. This is not tear, it's tear. Beer. And here, QUWR is a word which we often mispronounce. The pronunciation is queer. Just as QWWN is queen, this is queer. So we get these words here: tear, clear, beer, queer, fierce. The next diphthong we will discuss is u. The movement is from u to a. Poor, pure, cure, tourist, curiosity. Okay, poor, pure, cure, tourist, curiosity. And now we have air sound, which is a little difficult for us usually. It's air. This is pear and bear. We have a problem here. We pronounce this pear often as beer and bear as beer. If we pronounce this is the name of an animal. It also has a couple of other meanings. I can't bear it. That kind of meaning is there. But bear, indicating an animal, would be very funny if you pronounce it. If we pronounce, people pronounce that animal as a bear. So a teddy bear, people pronounce. I have heard people pronouncing, which is a little problematic, as we discussed before. Generally, if you use one sound for another and all, it is tolerated. But when you use, sometimes when the whole meaning will change. This is an example for that. If you say beer, you mean this. And if you want to indicate the animal, it is bear. And the fruit is pear. And the famous soap, the transparent soap, is also pears, not pears. It is pears. It's a proper noun, pears. Okay, now I'll read and you can pronounce after me. I'll try to articulate and you can pronounce after me. Pear, bear, snare, tear, hair. Here, T-E-A-R is tear, which is the fluid that comes from your eye. And this is tear, the act of tearing something. So, pear, bear, snare, tear, hair. So, we have looked at these three sounds: ear, as in tear, ur, as in poor, and air, as in pear. Now we have the next three diphthong sounds: a, oi, I. A, oi, I. You'll remember that I began in A and ended in the beginning of E. I did not articulate E fully. A. It's not A-E, but A, oi, I. Okay, so let's get examples from A. Table, cake, bake, snake, paper. We usually substitute a long A sound for this diphthong. So we would pronounce it as table, cake, bake, snake, and paper. But the English quality of this vowel sound is, diphthong is A. So table, cake, bake, snake, paper. Now we look at the next one. Oi, toy, foible, avoid, hoist, moist, boy. Toy, foible, avoid, hoist, moist, boy. And now I sound. Fine, shine, mine, rise, file, style. That is I. It is not I, but I. So it is not fine, but fine. Fine, shine, mine, rise, file, style. Okay, that is A, I, and I sounds. Now we have covered 6, and naturally 2 more remain, and the O and OW sounds. O and OW sounds. O. O is a very typical British sound. It is in RP. Even in England, many people do not use this. And the American substitute is O. So we have the option of using O, if you like, in this case, because O might be a bit difficult to acquire after, after we complete one age, when much of our sounds have become heavily fossilized. O may not come naturally for us. So it would be enough to use O if you want. Anyway, just know that there is a sound O, and as in go, bow, so, show. So I've intentionally put these 3 because all the 3 have the same pronunciation. To use needle on cloak, sewing. SOW is, the name of a female pig, also the act of putting seeds on the field. So, and BOW has 2 pronunciations. It is a weapon that you use to send arrows. It is a bow. So go, bow, sew, and show. So these 3 are homophones. They have the same pronunciation. The O occurs in many other words too. B-O-A-T is boat. G-O-A-T is goat. S-O-F-A is sofa. H-O-M-E-E is home. And ago. So it's a very common English diphthong. It's very good if you can acquire the sound, but that is not an essential thing, because in international English, this is rather rarely heard. It is more a very typical British sound, and you can use O instead, like go, bow, sow, and show, sofa, goat, etc. That is possible. And for the exams, however, those who want to take exams, remember this is how you should transcribe. And finally, we have ow sound. Here it is bow, and if you want to make a bow that is bent over, it is bow. Bow. As an act of respect, Japanese people, for example, will bend a bit. It is bowing, and the weapon is bow. So let's pronounce these words. Ow sounds. Remember, it is a big. The articulation begins at a and ends where u begin. Oh, ow. Okay. Bow. Wow. Cow. Town. Loud. Cloud. Okay. Bow, wow, cow, town, loud, and cloud. Now, we will learn to classify the diphthongs. It is basically how to classify. It's very simple actually. You will remember this picture, cardinal vowel positions, used to describe vowel sounds. Don't worry about all the details. It's rather simple. Now I just want you to look at 2 things. the central part, the sounds are, this is a tongue, as I told in the previous lecture. This is a cross, this is a tongue, this is the front part of the tongue, the central part of the tongue, and the back part of the tongue. And a sound that is pronounced in any of these areas will be a central sound. And here in the top part, this part would be close sound. That means the tongue is elevated towards the roof of the mouth. Anyway, here is close. So we have close and central positions. In diphthongs, these two are important. We will look at how the closeness and centralness are important in categorizing diphthongs. Diphthongs are relatively easy to classify. We have two kinds of diphthongs, centering diphthongs and closing diphthongs. Of the 8, 3 are centering diphthongs. It simply means that it moves towards the center. It moves towards the center. That means the second part is a central vowel. So it occurs somewhere here. The articulation would occur somewhere here. So the movement is from here it is open and here it's mid close position. But that is not the matter. The thing is the second component is a central sound. That is all we need to remember. So when in all the 3 diphthongs with as the second part, we say they are centering diphthongs because there's a movement towards the center. Ear, ua, and air. The movement is towards the center part, because the sound occurs in the center. So ear as in tear, clear and beer. Ua as in poor, pure and cure. Air as in pear, pear and pears. They're all centering diphthongs because the second component is a central vowel sound. Second category is closing diphthongs. It means there's a movement towards the top. This is the close position, as I said. The movement is towards the top, towards a closer sound. So E and U are two close sounds in English. E and U are two close sounds. E is a front close sound and U is a back close sound. So I, O, oi, ow. All these, the rest, all the 5 others are all closing diphthong sounds. It means that the second part, the second vowel involved is a close vowel. E and U are close vowels. So we can see that a diphthong will end either in the central sound or in 2 close sounds E and U. Only the first part keeps changing. Okay. So closing diphthongs: A as in table, cake, bake. Oi as in toy, foible, avoid. I as in fine, shine, mine. O as in go, bow, so. Ow as in bow, wow, cow. Hello. Now, you might want to look at my face when I articulate these sounds. So let us look at the vowel, the diphthongs. Here we have air, tear, ua, poor, ear, tear, eye, sky, oi, boy, a, clay, ow as in bow, and o as in bow. Okay, so I hope you have had some idea about what diphthongs are. Now, before we close, we will have more practice. We'll just repeat all the 8 sounds and their examples. You can repeat after me. Ear, tear, clear, beer, queer, fierce. Ua, poor, pure, cure, tourist, curiosity, air, pear, bear, pears, tear, hair, a, table, cake, bake, snake, paper, oi, toy, foible, avoid, hoist, moist, boy, I, fine, shine, mine, rise, file, o, go, bow, sow, so, show, ow, bow, wow, cow, town, loud, cloud. So those are the diphthong sounds of English, 8 in number, and we have already looked at the monophthongs, which are 12. So 12 plus 8, 20 vowel sounds of English. We need now to look at the 24 consonants, which we will do soon in another video. Until then, bye-bye, and keep practicing your diphthongs and vowels.